Well, we talk about your money on this show. And right now, prominent in the news is the GOP tax proposal to lower taxes. And people, of course, are going bananas on both sides of the aisle. I'm amazed at how many people lose their ability to do critical thought due to their political beliefs. That you get your head stuck so far up your politics, you can't think clearly. I'm amazed at that, both on the right and the left. Some people that I know that are otherwise intelligent, when they view something through a political lens, lose their ability to think about things. I'll give you an example of that. Taxation is not a charitable act. Period. You don't have to be left, right, purple, or green to figure that one out. Taxation is not a charitable act. And so to accuse someone who doesn't want to pay higher taxes as being uncharitable towards poor people is absolutely absurd. It's ridiculous. A charitable act is when someone voluntarily takes money that they have owned and earned, and they give it to someone else through some methodology, voluntarily. If they do not do that, they do not go to jail. If you don't pay your taxes, failure to file is a criminal act. 2,561 people went to jail last year for not paying federal income taxes. It is a criminal act. So there's nothing charitable or loving the poor well about thinking people should be taxed more. And on top of that, everybody that is there anyone out there real? I mean, there might be someone. You can find someone that believes any stupid thing, but I would venture to say 99.9% of the people walking around listening to this show right now would not say that government is an efficient way to do anything. I mean, even if you're the left of the left winger, even if your right wing doesn't flap, you just fly in circles just because you got one wing. I mean, some right wingers are that way too, right? But even if you're that person, you can't say that government is an efficient way to do anything. And people in the military do a wonderful job, but people in the military will tell you the military is not even efficient. I was meeting with a 5-star general. He said, we're told that, our whole purpose is to do one thing, kill people. And we're not even always efficient at that. They'll tell you, guys and gals that are in the military will tell you, I mean, it's an inefficient process, meaning it's a bad use of money. Not the military, but just government. So if you wanted to accomplish a task, whatever task it is, you would always accomplish the task more efficiently, more quickly, with more productivity, and more often, a higher probability of the task being accomplished if you did it any way other than through the government. You have to think that way. I mean, otherwise you're just being completely illogical. Or you have to think that the task would never be done at all unless government did it. That would be a reasonable way of looking at it, I guess. There's some things that just wouldn't happen unless government did them. I understand that. And so the people that are going bananas about this, and I'm not taking up for Republicans, I'm certainly not taking up for Donald Trump. Not even a chance of that. But this idea that lowering taxes on anyone is a bad idea because government is so caring and loving is absolutely ridiculous, you guys. Government is not caring and loving. Government is not efficient. Government hardly ever gets done what it's supposed to do. And if it does, it didn't do it well. I mean, you name me one thing that they operate that you go, wow, that was an amazing user experience. The customer service was freaking 5-star. You tell me one thing that happens when you're dealing with the government. You go, wow, that just changed my life. Wow, what a customer experience. No, we get the DMV. That's what we get. with everything. And so if you want to help poor people, if you really want to help poor people, if you really care about children that are hungry, you really care about 52% of single moms live below the poverty level, you have to understand government is not the way to do it. You're the way to do it. You're the answer. It starts with you, your generosity, your charitable giving. And one of my goals, it's a lofty goal, I doubt I'll actually hit it, but I would love to, is to influence enough people to build enough wealth with enough generosity that we give so much to actual causes that do matter. Children that are hungry, single moms that are struggling, the homeless, people who are marginalized, that we the people directly use our money without compulsion from the government or through an inefficient government program, give so much that you listening to me increase your generosity so much that you make the government irrelevant. And then it takes away the argument of we need to pay more taxes, because if you don't believe, you evil conservatives, if you don't believe in high taxes for everyone, you really hate poor people. That's what you're saying. And let me tell you, I don't care if you're rich. I don't care if you're poor. I don't care if you're middle class. It's your money. And they shouldn't be taking as much of it as they take. Even rich people should be allowed to keep their own money. Even rich people should be able to keep their own money. Because, by the way, it's their money. It's not yours. It's their money. It's not yours. This is not socialism yet. It's their money. It's not yours. And poor people should be able to keep more of their money. It's their money. They need it. It's not yours. Well, this tax cut it's going to cost this. I saw one report. It's going to cost this group, $461 more next year if you make $75,000. If you make $75,000 and $461 changes your life, you don't have a life. Let me help you with that. That's the government. That's government's form of generosity. That's their inefficient methodology of generosity to you. They're going to cut. They're going to take a whole bunch of your money and then decide they're not going to take quite as much of it and make you feel good about them. Let me just tell you, that's a clown show up there. Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right. You remember him, Steve Miller, right? That's a clown show up there. And don't let them tell you on either side of the aisle that they've got your best interest at heart. They have one thing at their heart, and that's get reelected. That's it. And they think by tinkering around with your money and making you think they did you a favor that you're going to be happy with them on either side of the aisle. You're in charge of your life. Remember that. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, click the subscribe button to get the latest content and check out these other great clips from the show.